Good morning, guys. This morning we are on our way to Sankofa Farm, which is in Cedar Grove, North Carolina. One of the things that I really love about working with our nonprofit, Meet My Neighbor Productions, and putting together these farm series is the opportunity to go out and meet so many different farmers that have, different perspectives on things, but yet we're all kind of united on the same front of what we're trying to accomplish, and that's bringing food to local food supply systems. I mean, the globalized food system simply doesn't work. We learned that with coronavirus. We've learned that with a lot of different things.
COVID was bad, but we didn't get hit like in India or like these other countries. What do you really think is gonna happen when we do get that natural disaster or that whatever, whatever we get? Even now, the grocery stores are like, they're just pushing food up to the front. And I'm just like, dang, they could have been doing this the whole time. We just weren't even paying attention. Like, to make like the aisles are full. There's so much stuff going on that I'm just like, either we're gonna do the work and we're gonna partner with people to get it done, or it's not gonna get done. There's no like shortcut.
Kamal Bell has another unique aspect to what he does. He's actually got an educational program out there.
The students literally have done 360s, or I guess 180s. Yeah, 180s. Yeah. They've done 180s since they've been here. And one of our students decided that he wanted to go to college to pursue an agricultural degree. And it's just like, I don't know, like what more do they want to see from a program? Like, I'm working with the kids, they're saying that they are the problem, which they really aren't. Like, That is such BS. It's BS. It's like these kids, like these boys, they're the problem. They don't want to work in school. It's all BS. It's like just junk, and they get money for it. So
you're talking about STEM education, kind of that full spectrum of education. You can't get a better educational program than out on a farm. Not only are they learning about growing plants, biology, and soil health, and animals like bees and chickens, but they're also learning how to fly drones. They're learning how to utilize equipment, how to fix things. It is a full-on classroom that Kamal is running out there. And so I actually selected Kamal because I really liked his take on youth education and what he's doing to help educate the youth.
The program was actually supposed to be, I proposed it to be in the school, and they wouldn't do it.
What?
Yep. They won't even recognize this. All the students go to Durham Public Schools. And
you have a degree?
Yeah, I have a master's, well, I have a bachelor's, master's, and I'm working on my doctorate now. In Durham Public Schools is like, forget this guy. They have a farm that's in the school district. And I even applied to work there and they still won't hire me there. So it's like 3 times. But then yet they get all this funding to address equity. And literally like the guy, like they bring speakers from like across the country to talk to them about how to get youth involved in agriculture, and won't ask me. And I'm literally 10 minutes on the road, won't ask me.
There's no better way to bring up more people into farming than educating the youth. Our farmers are getting older and older and older, and we haven't had any real production in bringing up the next generation of farmers. And so what Kamal is doing is extremely important. It's a lot more beneficial than some of the other programs that are out there.
People have been like adversely affected, like I understand that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, none of y'all are talking about doing anything with the youth. 80 years from now, we're going to be talking about, oh, the funding bill didn't work. And we're going to be talking about why. There's only so much you can do with the damage that's already been done. And like you said, with the age, it's kind of like...
The other thing that I really enjoyed about Kamal and I found interesting while I was researching his farm is he's got a great beekeeping program. He's very knowledgeable on bees. I learned more from Kamal on bees than I have off of watching some of the channels that I've watched to learn bees. As you guys know, on our ranch, bees are something that I've been trying to bring onto the ranch. I've been working on getting my hive set up. I want to make sure that I do everything correctly because a colony is not that easy to take care of. But during this time of year is what we have, what we call swarming season, which is when bees tend to like to swarm, find new homes if they get tired of the hive that they've been in or the hive that they're in has gotten overcrowded. For whatever reason, they like to swarm, especially Italian bees, which happen to thrive very well here in North Carolina. And so we had the opportunity while we were out at Kamal's farm filming this first time to actually film him capturing a swarm and returning it back to a hive. You know, as a beekeeper, Kamal's focus is on observing the bees, learning their patterns, learning their behaviors, and then working with them, which is what we should all be doing as stewards. We should be observing the animals we work with, the environment that we're working in, and then making the best decisions for that. I've heard a lot of people talking about no-till farming. I've heard a lot of people talking about different farming practices. And in many cases, people have started to criminalize others because they're not adapting the same practices they are. But people live on different plots of land. People have different challenges that they have to meet. And then at the end of the day, what we're all trying to do is make as minimal an impact while also improving our soil quality. And that's a lot of what these small farmers are doing. When you buy your food local, when you buy from a local producer, a local farmer, that farmer is having a much smaller impact than some of these much larger institutions. And I'm not saying that every big farmer out there is bad either. There are some huge farms that are doing some very good practices and are making a very small impact on their environment. But again, it all comes down to where those farms are located, what kind of resources they have. At the end of the day, we all need to eat and we all need to have food. And the more that we are able to understand how the system works and make our buying choices, the better off we're going to be, because we're going to start supporting, probably in the long run, we're going to start supporting some of these local producers a little more. Family farms have been around for generations. They historically have been a huge part of our economy, and we've just kind of seen them dwindle over the years from a lot of bad policy making. I mean, there is so much politics that's gotten into our food system. It's incredibly insane. And many of these farms that we cover are going to have different viewpoints on that. And Meet My Neighbor Productions is not a 501c4. We're not out supporting any type of political cause. What we're doing is we're focusing on the good that these farmers are doing and helping you understand the different types of practices of farming and where to buy the food, where these guys are supplying it to. Now, Kamal, I will say, he is a wholesale farmer, so he sells all of his products wholesale.
So right now we're getting food to, that's probably who sent me an email to. We're getting food to Table for NC in Carborough. We do Fight for 15 on every other Friday. So this Friday we're getting food to them. And we do Duke Med Root Causes. And they're a student-ran organization that people who are clinically referred to them and don't have access to nutritious food, they have a distribution. So we're doing a lot of working with distributions to as the outlet to get the food out. So we'll harvest it, drop off for them. They bag it up, and we might help sometimes. And then they get it out, they push it out to the communities. And we're getting ready to start our CSA again once we get our summer stuff in. And we'll start a little small CSA at North Carolina Central, where people will just pick up from there. So we're trying to get kind of creative with like how we're getting food out. I don't do farmers markets. I don't like the idea of them here. I don't like how they're structured. I think they breed the same problem that they're supposed to be structured to fix. So we typically stay away from those. You just spend so much time trying to compete and trying to find a different variety of crops to grow, and I think it kind of overcomplicates the system of just getting people food. Like, I don't need to have pink kale or like a tropical kale because this person over here is selling regular kale. I don't believe in that. So
his end goal is to feed the community. He wants to get his food out there as fast as he can to the community and start back over again. So he doesn't spend a lot of time at farmers markets. That's just how he does it, and I respect that. I think what he is doing is fantastic. So definitely stay tuned for the Meet My Neighbor Farm series that will air over the winter of 2021-2022. This will be our first official season. We've put together some of these videos in the past, but they've more or less been pilot episodes to see what style works, what people are into. And now we're actually putting together the first full season year of these documentaries, and it's really kind of been an exciting journey. We've been, Shauna is actually, as I'm talking to you right now, she's in St. Louis filming some farms, and so we've just got a lot going on. that is going to be coming out over the next year, and it's going to be real exciting. And I'm excited to do this episode with Kamal Bell. I think he has a lot to offer our community, and he's doing a lot of good. He's impactful, which is what's important about what Kamal is doing. I will say that he does have an Airbnb experience where you can sign up and actually go out there with Kamal, and he'll suit you up and go around with the bees. Where do you do your Airbnb? Is it
right there with the table and the beehive?
Yeah.
And it's Bees in the Trap. TRAP is an acronym for Teaching Responsible Apiary Practices. People come out. It's typically a lot of couples. We talk about what you need to get started in beekeeping. Then they suit up, and I show them how to inspect the colony and just different phases of it. And that's the experience. All
of these videos, these vlog videos, are just to show you guys what we're doing with donations that are being made to the Meet My Neighbor Farm series. That farm series is completely, at this point in time, viewer paid for. Your donations are what are making this possible. So thank you for all of your support. And again, let's keep it going. It's going to take everybody to be able to complete all of these different documentaries, but they're I'm hoping that they will be impactful and that they will help educate society.